this is Turtle Island and it belongs to indigenous people. And it wouldn't have been the United States of America if it wasn't for culture.
Genocide.
And genocide.
A lot of the people that are coming out of the country, we don't know who they are, and they change their names once they cross the border. You guys have any issues with that?
I mean, we don't know who's in this country.
Yeah.
Do you know how many shooters and serial killers and people in this country that are incredibly violent?
How many politicians are rapists who literally run our country and are here to keep us safe? And how many cops have been brutally hitting students, young children?
Okay, so current EU elections have taken place, and what we've seen is a major shift in election results, especially as it pertains to Gen Z. They're moving away from more liberal parties to more conservative parties, or as they like to say, right wing. And the main issue that swayed the vote of the European voters was immigration. A lot of people believe that immigration is getting too much, as well as illegal immigration. Like, let's be honest, how many times do you put on the TV and hear that a boat is landing on the British channels, or it's going to Italy, or it's going to, I don't know, Sweden, or it's going to Germany, and they're just fed up. So they voted, and they've let their mind be known as to how they want the country that they're living in EU to be governed. They want more care and respect for their country, and they don't want to feel as if they're being sold out. Let's just be clear on one thing. Illegal immigration is not just a European Union issue. Africans have problems with a lot of illegal immigration that's pouring into their nations. South Americans have problems. We've seen it in North Africa, in Morocco, when a lot of sub-Saharan Africans are coming in, trying to get to Italy, trying to get to Spain. They have a huge problem in regards to illegal immigration. So this isn't just something that is exclusive to countries that are in the European Union. So that's just a very quick introduction. Every country in the world, most countries in the world that care for the direction of the country, care for the people, the citizens, will have a problem with mass immigration. It's just a fact. That's just how it goes. But anyway, we're going to watch a video now of a woke liberal talking about open borders in America. Shout out to Nick Shirley. I've been watching his content. He's solid. And let's get straight into it.
What do you guys think about the migrant crisis that's going on here in America?
I support open borders.
You support open borders?
Oh, hell yeah.
Then why do you guys support open borders?
This isn't our country. This country was founded on genocide and culture and taking it from indigenous people. Whoever the wants to come here should be able to come here. Why did we get to come here? Why did my ancestors get to come here? They were actually fleeing oppression of the UK. So it's just like the cycle repeats itself until it doesn't. Like, this isn't our country. This is Turtle Island and it belongs to indigenous people. And it wouldn't have been the United States of America if it wasn't for culture.
Genocide.
And genocide.
A lot of the people that are coming out of the country, we don't know who they are, and they change their names once they cross the border. You guys have any issues with that?
I mean, we don't know who's in this country.
Yeah.
Do you know how many shooters and serial killers and people in this country that are incredibly violent?
How many politicians are rapists who literally run our country and are here to keep us safe? And how many cops have been brutally hitting students, young children? Like, videos of children looking out the window, watching their friends get beat by adult grown-ass men. What the
What do you guys think will be the solution to all this?
Well, okay, so first things first, she's saying a lot. First things first, that's a domestic issue with the police. So that's a domestic issue. I don't know what video she's talking about of a police being an adult. That's a domestic issue. We're talking about illegal immigration. You know, the southern border is insane. The last I heard was 11 to 16 million illegal immigrants coming into the country, undocumented. Do you know how dangerous that is? This is what I'm trying to say. This is dangerous. You don't know the background of these guys and where they're coming from. A lot of these guys coming in are of military age as well. So there's not many like females and children. A lot of them are of military age coming into the country. You don't know agendas. You don't know what other foreign governments have sent them there. You don't know what their true cause is. What just they show up on the southern border and say, hey, I need a place to live. I'm poor. Can I come to America? And it's like, yeah, come in. Don't worry. You're all good. You know, in what world does that ever work? And in the migrants moving in to America, if you go to their country of origin, they won't even allow mass illegal immigration into their country. So America should just allow it, and America should just feel, bad about history and just allow, anything to happen and allow all kinds of migration and allow people that are coming in that you don't know who they are unchecked. In what world does that even make sense? Now, this is the danger of hating your country. You can be a liberal if you want, cool. Be a liberal, be a conservative, a centrist, whatever. But there's some things you should have in common, and that's safety. We want safety for our children. We want our children to be raised in a country where, we have a say as to what's going on and giving your children the best opportunity possible. You have to remember that a lot of these illegal immigrants coming in, they're going to compete. And remember capitalism, it will always favor the person who's willing to accept less. So the immigrants coming in could possibly take a role that could be for your son or daughter because someone wants to come in and take a much lower wage. So it will just end up being a problem. And they're unchecked as well, so you don't know where they're coming from or what their agenda is anyway. So you just never know. So that seems like a dangerous plan. And all people all over the political spectrum in America, either conservative, centrist, liberal, should all have that at least in common. Just to say we need a secure border so that we can figure out what's going on in America, because there are problems and a lot of problems going on in America before they start taking in everyone else's problems or potential problems anyway. So yeah, let's carry on.
A spiritual revolution where people
People
truly
need to,
understand that we're all connected and that they are connected to their own bodies, because you wouldn't be able to violate the body of another person if you were connected to your own humanity and your own body. And so it's like a psychological heart spiritual revolution where we have to unprogram the psychology that we prioritize profit over humanity, over connection. And in this capitalist culture where profit is the main priority, we're not going to be able to achieve that.
America's primarily a Christian country. Do you think more people need to start believing in Jesus and following his teachings?
Jesus is also a patriarchal story that has been co-opted by mainstream religion.
A ton of white people.
Yeah.
His literal name was Yeshua. That's not even his name,
So it's not about institutional religious indoctrination of people trying to control them. It's about a genuine connection to the spirit and godliness and nature.
and the body. We were just talking about this morning, this genocide couldn't happen if it wasn't for the level of true disembodiment, which is also perpetuated by the prison industrial complex, the medical industrial complex, capitalism, the whole 9 yards. People aren't in their bodies or they wouldn't be able to pretend like this isn't happening.
Do you think there is a current leader who could potentially become president that could solve these issues?
No.
It's about community.
No, it's not going to be a top-down revolution.
There's no savior.
Because in hierarchy and in the current political system, everyone will be corrupted by money.
Money is the root of all evil?
It's not money, it's capitalism. Money is just a tool. Capitalism is a psychology and a consciousness.
Would we be better underneath socialism?
Socialism is a political system. Communism is a political system. Capitalism is an economic system. So people get very confused when you talk about dismantling capitalism. That has nothing to do with communism. It has nothing to do with socialism. This is political versus economic systems. And if we want to change an economic system, then we will have the imagination to form a political system that's actually about community and supporting the planet.
And the next video I'm going to show you is a Black American woman who's upset at illegal immigration. She believes resources are being pumped to she knows that money's being pumped to illegal immigrants and not enough is being done for the community. So I'm showing you this to show you that this is a factor that affects everyone around the board.
Stand up and say to our elected officials, money, how y'all find money for them. Yeah. But you can't find money for us. Right. Do you all realize that CTU has it in their contract that is up for negotiations this year, where they're going to be giving more money to migrants than they're going to be giving to support our teachers? In what world is that okay? You want to give migrant kids $2,000 a month for a stipend in your contract? What about the rest of the kids who are hungry and suffering here in Chicago? Do you not think that it's just migrant kids who are suffering, who are not able to eat, who are dealing with homelessness? Of course it's not. I say all this to say, people, Democrats, you're on the menu this election. Black America, wake up and pay attention. Supporting Trump does not make you racist. It does not demonize you. What it does do is says to the Democratic Party, y'all not gonna keep playing with us. You're not gonna keep taking us for granted. You're not going to continue to disregard the importance of our vote. So we're saying here today, go Trump 2024. We got you, Donald Trump, here in the city of Chicago. We're supporting you because what we're saying to the Democratic Party is y'all not gonna continue to play in our face.
Top marks. This woman nailed it. You know, she's had enough. You can see and you can hear it in the tone of her voice that she's simply just had enough. You know, Democratic Party has been playing with her too much, and she's going to change and sway the direction of her vote come November this year, 2024. So yeah, but any American watching this isn't to tell you who to vote for. I don't want to get involved in American politics saying, I'll vote for the Conservative Party or the Democrat Party. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. But I'm just looking at certain issues here that seem to be a big deal, and looking at if you look at America and you look at the states, you look at Texas, like Biden was very much telling the state of Texas that you better keep that southern border open. Like, don't you dare close it. And I was just thinking, like, you're ready to confront, you know, Texas over the open border. You're not willing to do anything about that. And I find that very, very weird. But it's not really weird when you just look at it and understand that the millions coming in are going to be Democrat voters, you know, come the future. So it just all makes sense, but it's a very, very messy plan. You know, that's a very messy plan just to secure yourself a few million more votes. And this is why a lot of the black communities in America are, you know, swinging to the red. You know, they're going red, they're going to start voting red because, you know, they've had enough. They've seen the games and they want to opt out of the games. You know, obviously everyone vote for whoever you want to. I'm not here getting into American politics like that, but I'm just literally looking at this issue. And I'm just, you know, being a spectator and just giving my views on it. So it's clear this is an issue that people want, you know, solved. And this woman, she said it very perfectly. You know, she said that why should money be going to illegal immigrants? Yeah, they're hungry, they're poor. Well, what about us? We're hungry, we're poor, we ain't got enough. Where's the funds coming into our communities and neighborhoods? And there's no funds coming in, you know, so it's clear there's an agenda here and she's not standing for it. So yeah. But anyway, guys, like, comment and subscribe and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.